What's up, everybody? Brian of BrolificGames here with Chris.
What's up?
And JP.
Hey, how's it going?
And this is our Uncharted 4, A Thieves' End review. Take it away, boys.
Okay, so Uncharted 4, Thieves' End. Where do I begin?
Yes.
The game was amazing. I really enjoyed playing. I knew it was going to be. I mean, it's a Naughty Dog game. I knew it was going to be amazing, but what do you want to start off with?
Well, the very first word I said as soon as I started the game on the boat was "wow." I
had the same reaction.
It's just beautiful. The graphics are amazing. They even aged Nathan and all the other characters very well.
Yeah, they did.
They look like they got some age to them, and I just think it's just a beautiful looking game anyhow. So it's wow. I give it a 10 out of 10. So
yeah, it does look amazing, and just the cutscene right at the beginning of the driving the boat around and everything like that. The water looked amazing, and just
I kept catching myself like walking across the ledge or on top of a building, and I'd catch myself falling off of stuff because I was paying attention more to the background,
the
and the
details,
graphics, and everything else that was going
mountains.
on.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that'll do that to you. Clint even said, he's like, they really throw you into the action when the game starts, don't they? I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And that's what impressed me too about this game is all the vehicles that could be driven too. I thought that was awesome. The boats and the Jeep and everything else, or whatever. Not the Jeep, but it's a Jeep.
It's a Jeep.
But
the boat segment was shitty because I actually tried replaying it again to see if I actually could avoid all those bombs, and no.
I'm sure you could. I avoided it.
Yeah,
I mean to where like the boat doesn't get hit at all.
Well, no, that was the
whole purpose of that, though, is
I understand that, but I always test that kind of shit out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But as far as detail in the game goes, the sound of the guns sound more realistic. It's got more of a popping sound, like the sound of a real gun.
Yeah.
Stuff
Did
like
you
that.
use the shotgun?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. I didn't use that until the end.
The neat thing about the shotgun, though, is when you were to bring it up, the strap would like flip around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I never saw
Yeah,
it.
they actually had physics on the
I didn't
guns.
pay that much attention to it.
They,
that was awesome.
They really got creative with it, and then plus obviously the mud and stuff. Was
and I tested something out with that. I thought maybe if you saved the game and got off of it and then got back on, the mud would be off the character, but it stayed on the character, which I was surprised
It
about.
does stick to you like the water does in the other games, like you mentioned before. Like you actually were wet, the mud.
They actually stepped it up for this one though, because he actually had like brick dust and shit on his clothes when he climbed so far.
Yeah,
that's
did.
true.
And slid down the hills and stuff.
Even little fragments of detail stuck to his face too.
Now, one thing I did notice that didn't get messed up was his hair. His hair was perfect all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
You
Except
can't
on
mess
the
up
boat,
Rick's
I
hair.
think. But
no, I like the fact that you played the PlayStation in the beginning of the game.
yes,
I love that
the
fact.
original PlayStation.
Yep.
Yes, Crash Bandicoot, or not Crash Bandicoot. Was it?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was very cool. They made
really
a lot of references to other stuff in that game too. They had, they'd zoom in on their phone, would say Sony, and they played the first PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot.
Right.
They even mentioned the other 3 games too throughout that fourth one. They kept giving little hints about the previous games.
I thought that was really neat how they did that. He'd just be walking and, like you were explaining earlier. What'd you say?
When he would bring up when he was talking to his brother.
Yeah, talking to his brother.
They give you an option to talk about which game to talk about first.
Yeah, telling his
all
brother
his
what
adventures.
had happened in the past and everything.
Right. The opening credits was kind of like a movie too. They had the credits, and then they showed little pictures from the previous games, like the train hanging off the ledge in the second one and stuff. That was cool.
That was cool. I got really immersed into the game. Like, I got so far into it, and I didn't want to stop playing.
No, I know.
I really didn't.
I got caught up in drinking a beer. Like, just watching the bubbles and condensation actually change when he tip it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was some detail they put in there that I didn't think they would put in there. But drinking a beer, something that simple.
My favorite part so far was when you were at his house and he grabbed the Nerf gun and was trying to relive the glory days.
Yeah, that's right. And even the action music started playing too, as he ducked down behind a bookshelf or something.
Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you have to complete that? Just collect all the ammo and the.
I think there was 3 targets from the 3 previous games. And I just had the picture of the bad guy from the second one and the creature from the first one or whatever. You just shoot them, and it was then your that Elena wife of yours called for dinner or whatever, and you had to go down. But
Right.
I think that was how you completed that segment of it.
Yeah.
So.
And like you said earlier, I like they give you the options when you're talking to the people, that they give you what options to choose what you want to say and stuff like that.
And that's not necessarily, it's like a goal in the game is not only do you find the treasures in the game hidden in each map,
Which are, I think there's 170 some treasures.
yeah, there's a lot, but the different achievements you can get in it are you'd have to find certain things, or Nathan would write in his journal, and you have to fill up his journal, and you have to talk to certain people, like you have to talk to all the people around. You get so many, there's all kinds of extra stuff that you can do in the game.
Yeah, I thought that was neat, because you could miss some papers, the story about the game and what some of the people, why they were on that island or something like that.
Like whenever you come across a skeleton that was sitting there,
and there was a
piece
paper
of paper
folded up. You could read all that and what was on the paper. They put some tremendous detail in this game.
Oh yeah.
One of the best. I think this game is going to be the game of the year, 2016 game of the year.
No, I wouldn't surprise me.
It's definitely in the running. Something else better come out to rival it, because if not,
No, I don't think they can rival that. I don't know. I don't know how they could.
Now, I liked also that there seemed to be more stealth to the game too.
They actually said that you can do every mission stealth. You didn't have to.
No one would
You
shoot
didn't
at
have
you.
to cause attention on any of the missions.
Well, that helped too, because the neat thing about this game is they had little beacons above their heads that would sense if you were close by.
Yeah, they're
Right.
awareness level.
Yeah.
And you can actually tell with your partners and stuff, like Sully and all them, you could tell them, hey, go get that one while I get this one, and they would attack them as well.
Right.
And I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
But then they even had the tall grass where you can duck in, and they would see you, and they'd come walking through, and you could just take them out without anybody else knowing.
Right, that was cool. I tried to do them all stealth, but
yeah, it's
99% of them I couldn't.
The only problem with that is all stealth, though. I think I'd get bored with that. I gotta have action scenes. I gotta have people shooting at me. I gotta shoot back, and stealth is neat. I do that once. I'll get so far within a level,
try to get as far as you can, and then just
then
go
I'll
guns
attack.
blazing.
Yeah, but I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and I don't want to give any of the storyline away, but I thought the ending was amazing, and I think they could, if they wanted to, make another game.
Yes,
way they ended it.
Yes, they definitely leave it open.
They could make another game, but then it gives them an opportunity to be like, no, we're going to leave it at this and try to design a different, not another Uncharted game, but make a different series.
Yeah. I mean, they it's kind of like without getting into too much detail, it's kind of like they kind of do a 12 to 13 year jump into the future.
Yeah, and show where they are. And,
right.
So,
and that was kind of a way to tie it up and end it, and they even titled it, all the missions have chapter titles at the top of it and stuff. At the very end it said epilogue, as if it were the end altogether. But like I said before, I honestly don't think it's going to be the last one.
I think they'll give it a break for a couple years, but then they may pick it back up.
They actually got a couple different ways they can go with that game.
Oh yeah,
as far as all the characters.
They got quite a few different ways that they set themselves up in a perfect. I mean, it's just amazing to watch and play.
And
I think the voice acting of Nolan North and Troy Baker made that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Definitely. And like you said, it's in the last video about Uncharted, these are characters we give a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's what makes the game a game. The family history in that game too, without going into too much detail.
Like even the ones you didn't care about, like you really put a lot of energy into hating them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like no matter it was a good guy or bad guy, they always got a reaction out of you.
No, yeah.
Because Rafe's a dick.
Yes. He is.
Yeah. So what ratings would you give this game?
I get it at a 9 or 10 out of 10. Most definitely. I give that for all the games. I absolutely love these games.
Right. What about you, Brian?
I'd have to agree. Naughty Dogs is one of the few developers that deserve that ranking.
Yep, and it's one of the best graphical playing games that I've played this year, so I'd give it a 10 out of 10, definitely.
Yeah. This one was better in a lot of ways, not only because of stealth and vehicles and graphics in general, but there was also, which really pleased me, was there was no unrealistic creatures or things that you had to do, because that's one thing that pissed me off about the original trilogy is the zombies or the blue Taurus guys or the fiery demons or whatever.
Spiders.
That really killed both of those games for me.
Yeah, exactly, because like what's the point of this being in here at all? And plus you'd have to empty several clips into these things to get them killed.
Right,
which was stupid.
Yeah.
But there was no unrealistic creatures in there, which I really was grateful for.
Right.
It was more realistic to me in that.
More treasure hunting than running away from creatures that you can't kill.
Exactly.
So, I think we're going to go ahead and end this up here. Any other thoughts about anything else you'd like to say?
Well, as far as the length of the game, it took me about almost just shy of 13 hours, so it's a pretty lengthy game. You'll definitely get your money's worth out of it.
Right, but it's not too long, and it really keeps you immersed to the point where you want to play and you want to complete
Plus,
the rest
there's
of the
the
game.
Multiplayer content. I haven't touched that yet.
I've actually played a little bit of the multiplayer, and it's not bad. I like the grappling hook feature. They added that in the multiplayer.
Is there any kind of extra achievements or whatever trophies that you could get?
I haven't really looked at the trophies. Okay. I think there are, but
because that's what I really like about. To me, the game isn't complete until you get all the extra trophies and treasures and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. The achievements and everything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment and tell us how you thought the game was if you have played it. And we're BrolificGames, and we'll see you in the next video.
Have a good one.
See you later.